Welcome back, and this is still Daybreak Africa on KAFTAN television. And like I said, we have a series of discussions today, very interesting topics. And we'll begin with this social media impact, effects on relationship, self-esteem, and society. And we have with us Bimbo Ogungwe, a social commentator and also an in-house analyst. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Well, I like your outfit this morning. You look very, very traditional.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyways, going straight to the discussion. First, we have a social media impact and effect on relationships, self-esteem, and society. I can't begin to explain the impact that social media has actually had on the various, let's say, ages of individuals in the world, globally, in fact. One will say, you see some people be like, I'm not a social media kind of person, while some will say I am the social media kind of person. For you, what do you think the social media space is supposed to be or supposed to look like?
Thank you very much. Social media, as the name implies, it's a platform, electronics online platform that allows interaction between people of different ages on different topic, subjects, issues in various sectors, and it doesn't exclude anybody. It doesn't. For the babies, they have their games. For the adults, for the adolescents, for the youth, everybody have their spaces that is being provided for on all these platforms. However, like you have said, it has its effects. It really does. Effects positively or negatively. In some instances, it lies with the user.
Okay.
Anything has both the prospect and the consequences, but it all lies with who is the user. Who is the best person that wants to benefit from it? So that is why we will narrow it down to the user. A user who chooses to make use of something like a social media as an advantage will concentrate and focus on development. We concentrate and focus on accessing things that are going to enhance its productivity or our productivity. But anybody who is a kind of pessimistic in his or her own mind will use it the other way around. So, social media on its own, being a platform that is made available for all ages, every group of persons, is having all the advantages depending on the user and also the disadvantages depending on the user. So that is social media. And conclusively on that, the areas and the usage is always there for everybody. You want to use it to acquire more knowledge in the area of education, technology know-how, advancement, historical, name it, they are all there. And if you want to use it negatively, well, it is true that those things are there too, and it depends on the user. Thank you.
Okay. Anyways, you earlier mentioned that they have advantages and disadvantages, although it fully depends on the individual who is using it, which is the user.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some of this advantage that the social media space brings to us?
The first advantage that you will get, anybody will get on the social media, is easy access to information and knowledge.
Okay.
I decide to break it into two. Yes, there could be information that may not be a form of knowledge.
Okay.
But for anybody that is making use of social media, the first thing that comes to that person as an advantage is you have the you will get access to information and you get access to knowledge in a very easy form. You will not have to stress. You don't have to go too far. All you just need is make up your mind on what you want to find and what you want to look for and what you want to check up on or what you want to search, then go for it. The social media will make it available. Another thing is that it enhances communication, information, knowledge, communication. When we go to the nitty-gritty of the interpretations or the meaning of these things, there are some slight differences.
Okay.
When it comes to communication, it is the two-way communication. I sent to you, I got the feedback, and I got it based on what I sent. Not that I sent to you good morning, the person tell me good night. That is not a complete communication because it's not in tandem with what I sent. So you get complete communication, which is also an advantage. And not only that, it comes to you very fast. You don't need to wait for so long. If there is anything you need to wait for before you can get it on social media, the fact that you are using the social media to get it even makes it faster than using any other means or mode. Because if you are using social media to get something from somebody who is in foreign country, UK, US, whatever, the fact that you have to wait till following money to get it even makes it faster than any other method. That you did not get it now, you have to wait for tomorrow morning before you get it. That on its own even makes it very fast. Because if that is how far you can get it, that means any other method you may not likely even get it at all. So it is easy, it is faster, it makes the communication complete, it shares knowledge, it shares ideologies, and not only that, it gives the information in quick hand. And not only that, when there is information, it gives knowledge. And when you have knowledge, you have power. From information, which gives you knowledge, then the fact that you have knowledge, you have the power. So when you are on a social medium and you are somebody who is optimistic, you want to make use of it to your own advantage, then you have power. What kind of power? Maybe to come up with solutions to whatever you are going through. You see, you will see a lot of people when they want to do something and they don't know how to go about it, they go online. They go to a particular platform and they check up for those things. Then those skills are delivered to them. So, and when they get those skills, that is power and that is knowledge. So that is another advantage. There are quite a lot of advantages that you will get from social media if you want to use it in such a way that it will bring advantage to you. However, there is the opposite or the other side of the coin.
So where I am actually headed for, if we have to talk about advantages, then definitely we have to talk about disadvantages.
Yeah. Let me start by saying something that may likely shock you. A computer, as beautiful, as wonderful, as fast, as reliable, as effective, as efficient as it is not up to 1/1 billion of the capacity of the brain of a man. 1/what? 1, not million, billion of the capacity of what the brain of a man will do. Put any kind of technology together today, be it computer, internet, cyberspace, whatever, all these are result of the brain of a human being. Those things, they don't do themselves. In actual fact, in our own world, as an IT person, we define computer as a dummy machine that doesn't know what to do except to give it instruction. That's one, and it cannot do beyond what you have told it to do, and it cannot correct itself except you correct it. So the computer is a dummy machine. It is only the people that are using it that is performing wonders to them, because it's doing what they expect it to do, because it has been programmed to do that. So take it or leave it. Let's start from the disadvantage. A computer does not have the capability to perform what the human brain can do. It does not. Whatever any computer is doing, whatever the speed, whatever anything, it is a human brain that puts it there. So computer is less than the capacity and the capability of a human brain. So that's the starting point. So that is the first disadvantage of what we call social media. Another thing is that what we get on social media these days can make a lot of people to be what I can call not productive enough. Why do I use the word not productive enough? The computer provides immediate solutions. You want to know this thing, you get to it, it gives you immediate solution. Those are the things that has been programmed on it. However, if peradventure there is a scenario or a situation that just came up and such is not considered in the solutions that are made on the computer cannot give you the solution to it. Look at the case of COVID. When COVID came, the solution could not come from computer because humans have to start thinking on how the solutions will come. The computers of the medicine, the computers of the laboratory researchers could not come with solutions because humans have not really put their brain to work on COVID, which unfortunately came up as an unexpected situation in the year 2000. So, in such a scenario, computer cannot give you the needed solution if what you want to achieve is not in the program that is put on there. So that is number two. And I mean to say that the computer will reduce your level of productivity because rather than for you to now put your brain to task, you have relied on it. And as you relied on it, you'll be disappointed because it cannot give you that solution. That is what I mean. Then in another way, apart from the low productivity, even in the aspect of the low productivity, people that devote much of their time to social media, they end up idling, pilfering their time away. They end up even distracted. There are a lot of distractions on social media. So people that give their time to it, rather than for them to keep focus, to stick to the focus of what they want to do, unfortunately some of them have drifted because of some of the distractions. And if care is not taken, it also lures people into what they are not supposed to do. I will not hold anybody any apology for saying that. You see a lot of people staking bets online these days. Naturally, in every home in Africa, people were not trained in the family to stake bets. I don't know if you agree with me. In homes, African homes, no family, no parent trains a child on how to be betting, staking bets. But because that child can stay at the corner on one street with his phone in his pocket and he will start staking bets on football, on some other kind of sports, while nobody will see him to challenge him. You can see that is one of the disadvantages that social media has brought. And it starts gradually. And before you know what, they will now become a professional in staking, in betting. And you see a lot of people, they wake up early in the morning, the first thing they check is, what is the result of the last week football match? Who is playing today? How can I juggle the result?
So are you trying to say that betting in its whole form is something wrong, or it's the addiction that comes with it for those who
before anybody
participate
will
in
get to the level of addiction, it actually starts from where? It actually starts from somewhere. And where does all these things start from? It starts from number one, when the person loses focus. That is the starting point. Like I told you, there is no African family or home where anybody is taught how to stake bet. But while peradventure, while they are online and while they are doing what they want to do, and this thing keeps popping up, then they drift gradually, till when it becomes addiction. So if you want me to say in true nature of it, I will never agree that betting is a good moral way of life. Everybody will agree with me that betting is not a good way of life. Some people call it forecasting, whatever, but I can tell anybody who is doing it, I'll ask that person a question. Can you sit your child down and you start teaching him or her how to do it? If you cannot do that, that means it's not good. But that is what social media has caused. And apart from, we are talking about low productivity, which led to addiction. But before addiction came, it started from lust, or luring somebody away, or seducing somebody away to doing what he's not supposed to do, or it's not expected to do. So you can see some of these things started in a level that one does not really feel that is bad. So that is one of the disadvantage. Another one is that for some people it has caused some health challenges. It starts with the eye. The number of hours the children glare on the screen, whether it's a phone, whether it's a laptop, whether it's a super screen, the number of hours they glued their eye to that thing, that it starts from there. Then the number of hours they spend doing it, which in most cases, because of the issue of data, they will want to wait for the free data, and that will deny them their sleep. It will deny them their sleep. And when they kept on doing that, it will lead to insomnia. And insomnia will lead to migraine. And migraine will lead to mental challenge. You can see, it starts from the level that one doesn't really feel is bad. But because people threw caution into the wind, and they feel that they don't need to moderate it, that is how it gets to that point. So it becomes a health challenge from gluing eye on it, which eventually the person may have to start using some forms of glasses. Because you even see some children, some youth, if you look at their phone, they make the fonts, the letters very small, that ordinarily you can't look at it afar off and read what is there. They did it deliberately. They did that deliberately, so that somebody else will not see what they are doing, because they don't want people to see what they are doing. That is idling away, pilfering, and unfortunately it can lead to some promiscuity. It can lead to promiscuity. So, number one, from idling away time, from the fact that you are retarding the capacity of your brain. If you rely on it too much, for solutions, you will be retarding the level of the capacity of your brain. You on your own, you'll not be able to put your brain to task, to work. And not only that, it will reduce the level of productivity. It will lead to addiction. It can make you to lose focus. You will be idling away. It can bring about health challenges like insomnia to mental health when the person is spending his night doing something else on the system. So those are the disadvantages.
Well, we have a very, very short time to end this particular discussion.
Okay.
We have like 5 more minutes to go.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I would like to ask, based on the topic we're talking about the area where social media impacts relationships, social media impacts people's, self-esteem, and also how it, on the long run, affects the society. So give me your thoughts about how social media actually impacts relationship, and also what effect it has on certain individuals who tend to lose their self-esteem at the end.
The word self-esteem talks about individual values and how much confidence you have in yourself. But unfortunately, social media can reduce that, because by the time you don't moderate what you do on it, it will make you to imbibe what it's telling you. It will make you to do what, like the issue of staking that I'm talking about. Ideally, a very clear conscience person will not want to go into staking. Well, a lot of people will argue with our economy. Well, but it's not everybody that will stake. Even the economy is what we are going, this economy we are going through. But what I'm trying to say is that if you have the value you have placed on yourself based on your self-esteem, and you really position your mind well, this social media should not reduce your self-esteem, should not reduce the value you placed on yourself. That's one. And if you want to go to the aspect of relationship, I want to say a lot of youths will not agree with this, but I want to say there is nothing wrong about meeting anybody anywhere. I use the word anywhere: online, offline, virtual, non-virtual, anywhere. There's nothing wrong in meeting anybody anywhere. But what is important is you don't judge a book by its title or by its first page.
Okay.
You don't judge a book based on its preface. You need to read through. Unfortunately, the social media doesn't provide that. I see you online, then my thinking is that, oh, since this person have this look, since this person said this, let me go for it. But by the time face-to-face now comes in, then you now feel so disappointed, and the person will now start reacting negatively. So, as far as relationship is concerned, it doesn't really matter that you met online, offline, anywhere, but don't judge a book by its title. Make sure you read through. Make sure you read through. Whether it's on social media or anywhere, make sure you take time out and check up and see. Because you need to know what is the self-esteem of that person too. So that is very, very important.
All right, we're out of time, but right now we'll go for a very short break. We'll go for a business segment. We'll get back, we'll delve into the discuss proper. And then, yes, this is where we'll be going for Go Start, a segment, business segment actually created on Daybreak Africa to give you insights on business ideas you could start up anytime, anywhere, wherever you find yourself. We'll go for that, and when we're back, we'll delve into the second topic of the day. Like I told you, we have two more to go. We have three actually. We just settled one, and then we have two others to meet up with. So when we're back, we'll go into the second one. Stay tuned.